Okay, tonight, happy Valentine's Day. We have a sale. And like I've told you before, sometimes it pays off to wait for this tank for Valentine's Day because they usually give you a really good deal. And there's no exception tonight. Now, I'm going to go over all three tanks that are for sale this weekend. Short reviews because I've already done full reviews on all three of these. And to be honest with you, at 75% off, all three of them are worth it. They're not great tanks, but they're good tanks. And they're a good way to make money and have some fun. And they're also a good way to train your crews, except for this one. Here's the problem with the Valentine 2. We're going to go right into the issues. One, it's suffering from power creep. When I first bought this last year on Valentine's Day, my biggest competitors were the Lee and the Hetzer. Of course, this tank only ever sees Tier 4 unless you platoon mistakenly with somebody that sees higher. So as long as you play with somebody that's Tier 2, don't do Tier 3 though, but Tier 2, or you platoon with somebody else that has one of these or somebody that has one of the PZB2s, you will only see Tier 4. So you're always top tier. But even then, there's new competitors. One of them, of course, is one of my new favorite tanks, the Tier 4 Kehoe. This tank just kicks the Valentine's butt. You can penetrate him, but he goes down. If he goes hull down or he's careful, he can just rip you to shreds, and you'll never even see him because he's so fast. Another new one, well, he's not really new, but people are learning how to play, I guess, her. And that's this nasty Matilda. The Matilda just rips the Valentine to shreds. I mean, there's no chance when you come across one of these. And then last but not least is a tank that I do not own, and that is the Martyr 38T. The Martyr 38T has a gun that will just chew these things up and spit them out. So you now, instead of having two main competitors, you have four that will just rip you to shreds. And that makes it a lot harder to play this tank. So the good things that it has, it's very small, flat as a pancake. It's got a very fast traverse speed, so it can turn this way quickly. And the turret actually moves pretty quickly, too, so you can whip this around pretty quickly. It's kind of funny. However, it goes forward and backwards very slowly, so it's not a fast-moving tank. And once again, low profile makes it easy to hide it in the terrain. But a big downside for the Valentine is that the gun is just absolute crap. You're not going to penetrate much with this gun. In fact, let's look at that. We're actually going to take a look at average penetration at Tier 4, 51. If you're shooting gold, which I occasionally do, you can see I have 10 rounds here. Actually, I might even bump that up a little bit before we go. Is 84. That's a lot better for Tier 4. But 51, that's almost unusable. And you'll see, it bounces a lot of shots. You have to take your time and aim for weak spots. So, is this tank worth getting full price? Well, no. Oh, and that brings up another problem here. Okay, let's look at our T-50, which is right now my only Russian light tank. How many crew members do you see? 4, right? Well, we come into this guy. Oh, and there's only 3 slots. So every time you go out, your gunner gets absolutely no additional experience because he's not riding in this tank. Now this tank actually doesn't match up either because you see this one has a radio man. So these two premiums are really not good crew trainers for the Russians. None of them are actually. All these light tanks don't have a matching crew for the T-50. So you got to kind of spread your T-50 guy out among different 50 guys out among different premiums. Anyway, so let's go ahead and run this bad boy, and you can see what I'm talking about. It has good and bad. Like I said, I do enjoy playing it, but it's definitely not worth for full price. But at 75% off, man, that's like $1. Maybe 75 cents. I mean, really, it's almost negligible how much money this costs at this point. So you're obviously you're using a garage slot for it, but if you have some extras, you know, this is a fun little tank. Not a great money maker, obviously, because the gun doesn't pen, and not a great trainer either. So it's really kind of a if you want to collect this tank and it's cheap type of tank. Let's go ahead and run it. All right, so we can see here we got a bunch of Tier 4s and a couple of Tier 3s on both sides. No artillery. That's nice. So I won't be having to use my spall liner, which I do carry on this tank, believe it or not. Maybe it's stupid, but I feel like this tank gets artied quite frequently when people start getting mad and not being able to penetrate it because the armor is good. they'll call in artillery. You can see right here how fast it turns, which is funny because it moves so slowly. But we're going to scout up here. Because you are a scout, technically. It's a cute little tank, though. I mean, it's, you know. Now, also, I just wanted to point out 8.11 came out this morning. So some of these maps have new features, though this is not one of them. They do need to, I think, change this one a little bit, maybe put some more terrain features in the middle. There's more hiding because it kind of wastes most of the map is either fought right over here on this side or up on that side, and this part always gets this huge 90% of the map is completely abandoned. Now look, I'm out here scouting. There's my first spot. That means I've been spotted too. He will not be able to penetrate me, I don't believe. And we will just rip right through him. There's T-28, second spot. Third spot. Yep. Now the T-127, I don't... Whoa. I don't think he can penetrate me. Alright. I'm a little afraid to pull up. You can see that guy shot me right through my faceplate, the gun mantle. I'm surprised it went through. It's usually a pretty hard spot to shoot. So, yeah, they're not having any issues with me. Look at that, right through. Again. Where did he hit me this time? I don't see it. I'm going to hang low now. Obviously, I'm spotted, and they all know I'm here, so I'm going to actually maybe change positions a little bit. Yeah, maybe not. I got this 38T moving up now. He's going to start stealing my glory. You get out of my store. This is my location. It's kind of funny. Usually I don't play this one like a scout, but I think in this tiering where I've got so many bigger tanks than me, and obviously they're already ripping me to shreds, I'm not going to push, though. I can get up to this rock. See what's going on. I want to see if I can get some hits on that guy. Not yet. Whoops. And there's the guy that's been hitting me. Yep. And that Matilda won't do much damage, but he's going to pen right through. So I'm going to try to get angled. Yep. That's good. Let's keep those guys lit up. I'll never penetrate that. He's got, I think, 75 or 100 armor on the front of his turret. And my armor's only, or my gun can only, once again, penetrate 56. So, this is a long battle for Tier 4. Everyone's playing smart. Hopefully it won't go on for 15 minutes. Oh, boy. All right, so... if those guys aren't going to push, I'm not doing it. I'm not killing myself over that. Let's go over this way. Sorry about the sniffer. Unfortunately, they gave us all slow scouts. They gave us that PZ, which is a horrible scout tank. It looks like they got the same thing, though. They got the LTP, and then they got the... oh, man. Hello. Boop. Now these guys I should be able to kill, and they probably won't be able to penetrate me. This is where the armor comes in good. Yeah. Oh, with that SU-85 right through. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, man. It's just a waiting game mostly. Oh, total miss. I should have waited. He's probably not going to pop out again either after being hit like that. Yeah, and I'm spotted still. I'm trying to suck it in. Oh. There goes our B1. I wish I could scoot across here. Oh, come on. It's so slow. Su-85B has got a good chance of hitting me. Okay. See if I can spot him out. He can't see me right now, or he's not looking. He's looking now. So see, you can penetrate some of these lighter armored tanks occasionally. Not from the front, though, huh? Yeah, he's probably got like 40 frontal armor, you know. So we'll try to load up some gold. Why bother? Well, we're winning. That's a good thing. We still got 4 tanks missing. I'm loaded. Yeah. What do we got? We got the Matilda, the Lee. We got Crazy Rhino over there. T-82. I shouldn't have to use gold for him, but I'm wasting it. Shoot. Switch back. Yeah, see, he's got no armor. He's tier 3. There, first kill. Okay, now we're... Oh, they got him. So we got a Lee. He must be AFK, or he's in the back snipering. Yeah. So you can see how good the armor was in this battle. It did absolutely nothing against anything I ran against. Every time I got hit, I got hurt. Except for in the middle there. I did bounce some shots from the medium and from the... what was the other one that died over here? That light tank, the LTP. They couldn't penetrate me. And so sometimes you get sweetheart tiering where you're the top tank and there's a whole bunch of tier 3s, and in that kind of situation you're probably going to get a top gun, but mostly what you saw in this battle is what you go through in this tank. And we didn't even have to face against a 38T. Now if you watch my other review of this tank, you'll see that it was all 38Ts because they had just released them. And so, like the day that I did the review of the Valentine, this was back in, I think, around Thanksgiving, maybe before that, the 38T had just come out, and there was like 500 of them in every battle, the Martyr 38T. So I couldn't do anything. So in this case, I was able to survive, and there's no 38Ts ripping me to shreds. Oh, I finally got my ace tanker. And so you can see, I played as a scout, and it paid off. And I did shoot a couple times. I got 3 penetrations on these guys, both of them, and I ended up killing the T-82. But not a bad battle for this tank, and really, so you can see, and you know, the money. Look at how much I made. I mean, that's no bonus there. So now without premium, that would have been 22,000. So if you play this tank right, you know, it's actually kind of fun because as a scout on tier 4, and you're a top tier scout, you can look at it that way. And as you see, all this spotting damage that I got, I did damage due to my assistance. I did 1,600 spotting damage with only dealing 194. So yeah, if you've got $2 or $3 or less, I haven't really figured that one out on my brain. You might want to test that out first and see what it's going to cost you. But that's pretty cheap for this tank, and it's not a great tank, but it's fun. So, and that's what it's for. These low-tier premium tanks are for fun, and, you know, that moves us on to the next one. These are not so much for fun. Okay, so what we're looking at now is the Matilda 4, which is a Tier 5 Russian medium premium tank. I have also done a full review on this one. Go ahead and watch that. I just did it within the last couple weeks, and I'll post the links at the bottom of the video for all of these reviews. But we'll do a short one for this. This tank has also suffered power creep. However, it is still usable. Now, the things that stink about it, I'm going to say these first. The gun has 89 penetration, I believe. Let's take a look at that, make sure. But yeah, or 86. Yeah, I mean, that's miserable. Miserable penetration. So you have to learn how to shoot at weak spots. However, That's not a bad thing, because as you get up to tier 7, tier 8, tier 9, tier 10, it's all about shooting weak spots. So this is a good trainer in that sense. It's not a bad moneymaker. Now, I've gotten pretty good with this tank, and I hold, after 280 some battles, I still hold a 60% win rate with it. So I know how to use it. It works well for me. But it is not an easy tank to play. It's kind of like a miniature Super Pershing in that it has good armor, but it's not great armor. There's places where it has easy to shoot weaknesses. And that would be along here on the side plates. This area is weak because it's flat. The bolts will go through here, go through there. So it's not, and of course the back and sides are just weak. So it's not great, but it's good. It's got a crappy gun, just like the Super Pershing. However, it's at tier 5. It's a lot easier and more forgiving to play. It's slow. It's moderately heavy armored, so it's not going to be a fast tank. However, it is, I believe, the fastest of the Matilda series with a top speed of 25 kilometers per hour. Let's look at the regular British Matilda. Yeah, 24. Just. So this is the fastest moving one. And I love it. This is one of my favorite tanks. Now, there's a lot of guys out there that hate it. The biggest thing that you have to learn is you have to play this tank hull down. In other words, you get on the side of a hill and you angle the tank so that this is on a hill and then the gun points over. And this tank has a negative 13 gun depression. So you can actually shoot like right to here. So you can really get on an angled hill and abuse the terrain. So what you do is you just pop your top out, shoot, and get back down again. And that keeps your tank safe, and you can live a lot longer if you learn how to do that. You will not survive driving out through the middle of a field unless it's completely empty. You have to be careful with this tank, and you have to keep it hull down. So it is a premium tank, and that means that the crews are going to be from other tanks. You can use your own Matilda crew if you want, but it's a better idea to grab a crew from any of your tier 7 or higher Russian medium tanks. As you can see now, I've put my T-44 crew into the Matilda, and because they're the same class, the crew member does not have specialization on the Matilda, but he can use his skills and perks. And so what that means is you get no penalty because it's the same class of tank. I couldn't put a heavy crew in here. Well, I could, but they'd suck. Or a tank destroyer, but I can take my medium and move it to medium. So let's go ahead and run this tank. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to point out was that the Matilda 4 also... what did I want to tell you? Oh my gosh, my brain just went blank. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm getting tired. Ay. Well, if I remember, I'll tell you. There we go. A little concerned there, but now I thought maybe too many were going this way, and I still kind of feel like that. Yeah, too many went this way. I guess this sucks. I hate being in the middle in this tank. So we're just going to sit here and... Oh, the Cromwell left too. What the heck? Okay, this is going to be a really bad battle for me probably. Let's see how it goes, but I'm going to prefer to be on this side. And we got in a tier 6 battle too, so this is going to really suck because at tier 6 this gun doesn't penetrate a whole lot. We got 2 Arties. They've got a dead Kehoe already, so that's good. I want this thing out of here. Nope. Oh, I can't even break that. And so far, nobody's come up the middle, which is kind of an odd thing. So you have to keep looking at my map. Hopefully somebody will be stupid enough to try to come up this way. One of those things about the Matilda, it's situational. So, I mean, once you've gone where you're going, you're pretty much there. It's not very fast. You're not going to change positions quickly, so make sure you pick a good spot for it. The SG-100 is going to come up the mid, it looks like. Oh, brother. Churchill 7. And he's going to take me out of hull down, which I don't want. This SG-100 just what I would say. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do it. I can't believe he didn't brake on that, man. With this guy. Yeah, bugger burn you. Which basically means Russian for you're screwed. I'm just going to try to keep this guy's attention on me. And a tier 5 and a tank destroyer took the island. It's not looking so good over on our left, maybe, though the Tog is almost dead. It's kind of Tog-E-Tog over there. That M8 is almost dead. That's good. The E2. Brother. This is not good. Oh, it is good. Look at that. They're all of a sudden. Now, I want to get low. That guy can go across that way, but I'm going underneath. Oh, please don't drown. Oh. So I've had nothing but like stellar battles tonight to show you guys. This has been like crappy tearing. I get to be. Oh, come on. Is he aiming at me? Probably. He's gonna do. He missed. He's gonna do like 8 million damage when he finally does hit me. Did I get him? No. Panzer SFL. Okay, get down. Get down. Get down. Okay. Right. Look how fast he's firing, man. Come on. Oh, yeah, he got killed. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just spotting right now. I don't have much left, so... Uh-oh, Panzer... My gunner must be dead. Yeah. Come on. Hey, that wasn't all me. So far, this has been good. Now, Artie is probably going to kill me. I feel like, obviously, that explosion was really close. I'm doing what I can. Right? I can only move so fast. Oh, Panzer IV. So this was not a stellar battle. And, of course, being a tier 6 battle, it's never going to be... I suppose I could fix my gunner, since really that's the only thing I've got going on this tank. Even that, I don't really have going. Nepradio. Where the heck is their artillery? And I don't really want to be the one to find them. I don't. Okay, they still have a KV-1 somewhere. There he is. I don't remember this being over here. I've never I don't think I've ever capped here before. Usually I stay up on the other side and just let the rest of the team do the capping. But this is kind of nice. Okay, he's coming right at me and I don't see him yet. There he is. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I didn't get to kill him. I didn't get to kill anybody. Jerks. The whole team Bunch of jerks. I must be playing really well tonight. I don't... I got my first class mastery badge, and I got the ace tanker on the last battle. What the heck, man? Why don't I have the first class? I've had so many battles in these. How could I not have the first class mastery badge yet? What? And I've had higher scores than that, too. I guess it's just a lucky week. But, okay. So you can see this is a very viable tank. And I didn't really do a whole lot aside from kind of roll along and help. Obviously, I did a lot of spotting, once again, playing the scout when you're low tier. And there's all damage assists, and let's look at the report. Yeah, 1,100 assists, actual damage 800. Now you see that go up, and 800 damage with a tank that has 86 pen. That's not bad. That's not bad. You can see I did have a lot of bounce shots. I fired 19, and I bounced 8 of them. But it's not bad. So really, gosh darn it, guys, at $2 or $3 or whatever this is right now, 75% off. Totally worth it, especially if you've got Russian mediums that you need to train the crews. But even so, I mean, let's look at the money. I forgot to even look at that. 42,000 credits. and I didn't really do that much. I mean, I did, but it's just, now without premium, that would have been 28,000 minus, the expenses was 25. That's a good take home for a a tier 5 tank. So last but not least, we're going to take a look at the other Matilda. This is the Matilda BP. This is the British version of the same tank. Now, the Russian tank is a British tank. It is a Lend-Lease tank. So basically, Britain designed them, and then they gave them to Russia to help them fight against the Germans. Obviously, they wanted the Germans on the same, or getting attacked from both sides. So this tank is going to be an upgrade model. It has, I think, what looks to me like a Churchill 5, or I'm sorry, Churchill 1 or Churchill 3 turret. And let's take a look at my heavy tanks just to verify that. I just got this guy. Yeah, I mean, look at that. They're not exactly the same, but they're very similar. And the Churchill 3, I mean, look at that. That's it. So I think the ammo case on the back is a little bit smaller on the Matilda. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a little different, but it's basically the Churchill turret. So same rules apply. This is a tank that you're going to be using to train your crews. So I have a Matilda, tier 4. This is the real Matilda, the non-premium. And I'm going to send the crew to the barracks. And doing this, send crew to barracks. And I'm going to try something. Let's see if this return crew to vehicle. Nope, it doesn't work. So you actually have to manually put each crew back in. I've got my Electo crew. I don't want them running it, though. They won't be able to run it. See how this guy's white and that guy's red? The Electo crew can't run this tank. So, and neither can the Tog crew. Why is he in the barracks? Anyway. One of the things I noticed today as I played the new version is that they have new English voices with actual English accents, and I love it. They're great. So anyway, this tank is going to be almost identical to the Matilda 4, except for a couple things. One, out of the 3 tanks I've shown you tonight, this one absolutely has the best gun. This gun fires every 2 seconds, and it has 110 penetration. So you can penetrate almost all the tanks that you face. You're going to do way more damage in this tank than you will in the Matilda 4. Therefore, it makes more money. But it doesn't seem like it makes a lot, and there's a reason for that. Here's the other side of it. You've gone from 110 damage down to 75. So even though you can fire faster and penetrate better, you're doing half the damage. So you really have to hit every time to do better. Now, for the first time I've ever experienced in a tank, I actually almost ran out of ammo. And if you watch my review listed below for the Matilda BP, that battle is in that review. And you will see me get to a place where I had, I believe, 4 rounds left at the end of the battle. So you can whip them out there, but be careful because you you can run out. It's possible, and it's happened to me almost twice. I've never actually completely run out, but I've come close. So just be aware, the Matilda is tight on ammo, the Matilda BP. Another thing that's different about this tank compared to the other Matildas, both the regular one and the Russian one, it's the slowest of the three. Now, it's not much slower, but it's noticeable when you run it. And that's because it has a 190 horsepower engine versus 274. So it's got the same one that the British one has, and it's not enough. So it's a very sluggish tank. It also does not have as much ability to hull down as the Matilda 4 does, because it does not have the gun depression that the Matilda 4 has. So you're not going to be able to use it as effectively, but it's not bad. It's -10, so you lose 3 on the gun depression, but it's usable. So let's go ahead and run this guy. Same thing applies. Armor's good, not great. You want to stay within the terrain, and if you go out in the field, you're probably going to die. So you want to be smart and use the terrain to your advantage. Oh, and I should also mention before I start, both this Matilda and the Matilda 4, so the Black Prince and the Matilda 4, both get honeymoon or sweetheart tiering, and that's perfect for Valentine's Day, right? In other words, you get tier 5 and tier 6. You will never see tier 7 in these tier 5 tanks, unless you're stupid and you platoon with a tier 4 or higher tank. Oh, tier 5 or higher tank. So if you tier with a regular tier or platoon with a regular tier 5 tank, he will pull you up into 7, and you're just going to get decimated. But as long as you're smart and you only platoon with other tanks that see tiers 5 and 6, you'll be fine. And once again, the Valentine only ever sees tier 4. So you got some sweetheart deals for Valentine's Day. Okay, it took me a couple tries to get a good battle here. I kept getting bottom tiered, which really it's not normal for this tank to be at the bottom of a tier 6 match, but the last 3 battles I've been bottom tiered, and I haven't been able to be effective, so I decided to keep this one, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. But you will get on tier 6, and this tank does struggle on tier 6. I've had a couple battles where I've done really well, but yeah. So one thing I'm going to say is, if you had to pick one of these 3 tanks, this is going to be the one. It's got the penetration that actually makes it so that you're effective. It's fairly fun to play. Why is everybody going this way? Gosh dang it. I don't want to go this way. But I guess I have to. This is the exact same thing that happened with the Matilda. With the Matilda 4. Remember that? Look, we're on that map again. Yay. And the exact same thing happened. Nobody's going up the middle. Everybody went to the sides. Urgh. So I guess I'm going middle, but at least this time I'm not the little guy on campus. I'm not going to be coming up against the Churchill 7. So this sucks. And I won't be able to break those barriers. So I'm just going to have to sit and hold the line. Because love isn't always on time, you know. Can we shoot those dudes? Yeah. No. So this Churchill's just going to have a free ride, and the Excelsior, they're going to get a free ride right up the middle. And I'm not going to be able to do a thing about it to stop them. And if there's a guy sitting over there, I'm going to try to shoot across, I guess, onto that peninsula. Peninsula. Okay, I'm spotted now. Everybody knows I'm here. At least their team is dying like flies.
Enemy armor is hit. The gun's damaged.
Oh, good.
Fire accurately. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is hit. The gun is injured. You'll have a hard time hitting anything.
What the
Crack
flip?
hit.
Can I maybe get some help down here? Oh my gosh, I can't do anything tonight. Our teams have been... This is what's happened every single battle. I've had nothing but
We didn't penetrate
ridiculously
their armor.
bad teams. Now he's got crappy armor, so I should be able to kill
Enemy armor
him.
is damaged.
Come on, get one more in. Good. Good for me. Seriously, this has been going on all night. I mean, like every battle, my team is doing really well on this one, but like I got the screw, and I am completely destroyed. My tank is completely destroyed. What kind of maneuver was that?
Gotcha.
Love it. Bring it on. Oh, what a weird battle. What a weird battle. Oh, man. And the Churchill's still there. Oh, and they want to kill me because I'm so low on health. I mean, they're all, like, slathering to get me. I don't know if I should waste the money on fixing stuff. The battle's almost over. I mean, we've won. Mm-hmm. I can't get my turret's broken. My gun's broken. Everything's broken. Mm-hmm. Artillery's trying to hit me, but I got this rock, thankfully. I thought I was safe, but obviously I wasn't. And so when I parked right there, I thought I was safe, and then you saw how quickly they whittled me down to nothing. Everybody was hitting me. I got greedy and wanted to kill the Chihi, which I didn't even get to do. So we have a bishop and a Churchill left. There's the bishop. I'm going to start pushing. I don't have much left, so I'm probably going to die. But it's fun anyway. We'll try it. Whoops. Oh, he's falling back. Good for me. That means I might get a chance at killing the bishop. Nope. But I might get a chance at killing the Churchill. Nope. What a weird battle. That was a weird one. And not that great of a badge, but I got my 3rd class mastery badge. For doing nothing. So this has been a brutal night. I was the top scorer from the spotting. How weird is that? Man, just usually these tanks I'm the top scorer because of damage. Tonight, for some reason, I've just been scoring well because of spotting. So non-premium, that would have been a $20,000 battle. Didn't do a lot of damage, but I had potential damage of you look at all that damage I received. 600 assistant and 443, so really not a bad night. And I misread the other one, so let's look. Hang on. And where's the other? Matilda. Valentine 2. No. I think I misread the amount that I did on that one. Not that you really care, but I want to get it right. So 835. I read 1195 is that was just what I almost received. But anyway. Yeah, so out of the 3 of them, this is the best. I really, honestly, they're so cheap right now. I would say get all 3 for the price of less than 1. I think that you can't go wrong with that. And as you go down the different lines, you'll have these tanks available to train your crews. They're not great tanks, none of them, but they can be fun and they make good money. And you know, if you're going to pick one, though, this is the best of them. So I hope that helped. Have a great night. See you around the field. Oh, and subscribe.